We begin with the most recent NBA champion of the 2025 season, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Alexander finds some space, knocks down his first shot. They greet SGA at half court. Gets past Turner, kicks it out Caruso.
It was a fantastic finish to a fantastic season.
SGA pulls up. Elbow jumper, got it. SGA, one-on-one with Nimhard. Shea Gildas Alexander off the glass.
OKC ran away with it.
SGA splits the defense, kicks it out.
A win for the ages.
The NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
Shea had done it. The MVP, the Finals MVP, and the championship. A trifecta of greatness. And now, let's step back to the very beginning. In the inaugural season of the NBA, which was then known as the BAA, basketball was still thought of as a secondary sport, something relegated strictly to college.
Pro basketball in the early days of the NBA, there was a great deal of questioning whether or not it could be a major league sport at the outset.
TV didn't exist for sports broadcasting, and so the writers had the most sway.
None of the writers really believed that we were better than the college teams. So we actually had to go to their gyms to prove that we were better than the college teams.
Here is the first ever bucket scored by Ozzie Sheckman. That season, 1947, the Philadelphia Warriors would beat the Chicago Stags in the first ever championship game. The series won 5 games and was dominated by the league's best scorer, Joe Fulks. Check out the range. Fulks would score 34 points in the closeout game, and the Warriors would win Game 5, 80-73.
For winning the championship, the Warriors were awarded the sum of $14,000 and the title of first ever league champions.
They had the honor of dropping the first banner in league history. In 2024, the Celtics would secure their 18th banner.
Goes inside! Oh, what a slam from Jaylen Brown!
Boston won 4 games to 1, with Jaylen Brown securing the MVP.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.
(1948). The second NBA Finals, technically still the BAA Finals,
A 1948 championship game.
saw the Warriors trying to defend their title against the Baltimore Bullets. The Bullets won in 6 and became the league champions of 1948. In 2023, the Denver Nuggets would capture their first title.
Denver didn't just win the finals, they mowed over the league.
Nuggets 9-1 at home in these playoffs. But the one loss to these Heat in Game 2 of these finals. Caldwell Pope finds Jokic. Jokic in the paint, drops it in. He's got 26. It's a 7-point lead.
Nobody has ever had a 30-20-10 game in NBA Finals history until Nikola Jokic went 32-21 and 10 last night.
Finds Jokic. Hard on him. Jokic drives down a lane.
Joker was now a back-to-back MVP, as well as a world champion.
The Heat will let it play out. It's over. At last, the long wait is over. After 47 years, the Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
This year's Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Nikola Jokic.
From 2023, we head back to 1949. for the third NBA Finals.
It's Minneapolis ball. Schaefer passes to Mikan in the pivot, and the big center dribbles in and scores.
This season saw the rise of George Mikan and the Minneapolis Lakers.
And George Mikan hits with a tap-in as Schaefer misses the mark.
Mikan was a 6'10" phenom, already being hailed as the most dominant big man the game had ever seen.
As the Lakers go on to take the series 4-2 to become the champion.
The league had expanded to 12 teams, and with stars like Mikan, it was solidifying itself as a mainstay in America. Jumping forward to 2022,
Curry sidestep three-pointer. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown, and the lead back up to 19. Curry a long three. It's good! Steph Curry from way downtown! Some Curry chaos here in the third.
the Golden State Warriors were champions again.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The fourth title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive.
The tears, yes, and he can say we won our fourth championship. He knew he needed this performance, and he delivered it.
Whose era is this again? Because Steph Curry got 4 championships, and he's still possibly climbing.
He won before KD, he won with KD, he won after KD.
6 finals appearances, 4 championships in the last 8 years.
It means that all the doubters, all the naysayers, they don't have anything else to say, right? Everybody said he hadn't won a Finals MVP. He's won a Finals MVP.
The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.
Many years, down and out, nobody paying attention to him. Now, after this incredible run, Curry's like the Brady of this run, and there's a new gold standard in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors.
Now, let's head back to 1950.
In their relatively short existence, the Lakers have brought publicity to Minneapolis unparalleled by any other sports organization in the history of our city. The Lakers have earned the stature that the Yankees rate in pro baseball.
The world champion Lakers were again defending titleists of the NBA's Western Division.
With the brightest stars in the game, the Minneapolis Lakers became the face of basketball. They dominate the league behind the talent of George Mikan.
Now the Lakers. Mickelson misses, but Jim Pollard makes it count.
No team in that or any other league began with such sunny promise.
Their electric play was creating more and more fans.
Jim is known as the Kangaroo Kid because of his tremendous leap and spring. Jim has been with the Lakers since they began.
It wasn't just Mikan, though.
There he goes.
As more stars began to emerge. With little resistance, the Lakers became the first ever back-to-back champions by defeating the Syracuse Nationals 4-2. 2021 was the year of the Bucks. The Bucks were 1 win away from a championship.
Giannis dominated every single time out. Like when everybody else on the floor was gassed, he still seemed to have yet another gear.
Giannis put on a game for the ages.
Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. Once again comes out of nowhere and throws it off the backboard.
The list of finals clinching games that were better than the one Giannis had last night is a 0-item list.
Dominating both ends of the court.
Booker's blocked by Antetokounmpo.
In the third, Giannis gave the Bucks the lead.
Got it. Giannis Antetokounmpo dominating.
Giannis going for 50 and 14 rebounds and 5 blocks in a closeout game.
Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Is one of the greatest things you're ever going to see.
Antetokounmpo picks him up. Booker's blocked by Antetokounmpo. That's 5.
In one of the most dominant closeout games in finals history.
Middleton inside. Nice entry pass. And the slam from Antetokounmpo.
Giannis dropped 50 points in Game 6. He had done it, just as promised.
They bleeping did it.
Giannis had delivered a championship to the Milwaukee Bucks.
2021 NBA champions, your Milwaukee Bucks.
Because that guy has 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award, a ring, and a Finals MVP.
Heading back to 1951, as the league continued to grow.
In the Boston Garden, the first NBA East-West All-Star game, the dream game for the pros. First, let's look at some of the personalities. Bob Cousy of the Boston Celtics, Jim Pollard, George Mikan, and Mickelson, the big three of the Minneapolis Lakers.
The Lakers' bid for a three-peat would fall short, as the Rochester Royals would take home the title by defeating the up-and-coming New York Knicks. It was the only NBA title game featuring 2 teams from the same state. During the pandemic year, LeBron and the Lakers took home the bubble title.
In the Orlando bubble, we welcome you from Advent Health Arena on the campus of Disney World.
Here's LeBron James.
Draws the foul, count it, and 1.
LeBron James.
They won the series 4-2.
This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
LeBron clinched his 4th ring, and the Lakers their 17th title. 1952. The Lakers dynasty would not be denied.
The Lakers were hot from the opening tap-off. They've got the ball, and Jim Pollard's one-hander is a bullseye. Here come the Lakers. Over to Martin at the side. Slater's up with a set shot. Perfect.
The Lakers' success was growing the league at a national level, as the sport was no longer a novelty, but a commodity.
If they've been plugging up against Mikan, Pollard, Mickelson, Martin, and the others are your extra punches. So you work away at perfecting plays built around them. A steal by Vanderway, who races down the court to make it 85-84.
The Lakers weren't done winning, not by a long shot. They would go back-to-back again, capturing their 4th title in 5 seasons. Once more, it was George Mikan doing the heavy lifting, the league's first true superstar. The following season, they'd make some more history, securing the three-peat. The Lakers now had 5 titles in 6 seasons.
Their 5th World Championship, and a more jubilant team of athletes you never saw. Congratulations from the losers, who put up a terrific fight before they went down. The celebrating goes right on into the locker room, where a lot of tired but happy Lakers continue to rejoice. This is a night they'll never forget.
In 2019, it was the Toronto Raptors' time.
Best player in the world. He's earned it. I think he showed the world. If the title was up for grabs, and we all said it was, Kawhi went out and earned it. And he did it. And he did it going through Embiid, going through Giannis, going through Steph.
There's a new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada. We, the North, are now we, the champions. The Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
It was a tremendous moment for Leonard, who won titles and MVPs with multiple teams. 1955. The Lakers' run had ended and gave way to the Syracuse Nationals' first championship.
Thrilling climax in the National Basketball Association Championships. Fort Wayne Pistons black uniforms versus the Syracuse Nationals. That's a basket for the Pistons, and there's an explosion on the floor. Hectic rhubarb. But the melee is finally halted, and Syracuse goes on to win, tying up the series 3-all.
The Syracuse Nationals versus the Fort Wayne Pistons in the NBA's final playoff at Syracuse.
In Game 7, it came down to a free-throw for all the marbles.
George King sinks a free throw to win the game and title for Syracuse, 92-91. Pro basketball champs for 1955.
The Nationals celebrated and dropped their first banner. 2018 saw the Golden State Warriors bring home the title.
Welcome you to the 2018 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV.
I'd love to tell you it was a competitive series, but it wasn't. The Warriors cheek clapped the Cavaliers.
Curry and Durant. Curry throws it up, Durant throws it down.
A clean sweep. They had cemented themselves as a dynasty.
Curry sets, fires, puts it up, bang! Steph Curry from way downtown. And the first half comes to an end in dramatic fashion. Curry back in the corner. Got it again. Steph Curry back-to-back threes.
3 titles in 4 years.
Now Hood picks him up on the switch. Shot clock at 5. Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown. It's a 6-point game. Final seconds here of this 2018 NBA season. There's the buzzer. There's a new dynasty in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors champions once again. Back-to-back titles, 3 in 4 years.
KD was named Finals MVP again and was now a 2-time champion. Speaking of the Warriors, in 1956, they were still the Philadelphia Warriors, and they were going after their second title.
Paul Arizin is top man of the night with 27 points. That just about wraps it up for the powerful Warriors. 100-96, they beat the Fort Wayne Pistons. That's the buzzer, and the Philadelphia goes on to win the NBA crown. 4 games.
Not a lot of footage exists of this series. 2017 saw more Warriors dominance as they were in the midst of their dynasty run.
Oracle Arena, where Warrior fans are hoping a champion will be crowned tonight.
They closed out LeBron in 5 games.
Says Curry hits the 3. Durant tries again. Bang!
Ultimately going 16-1 in the playoffs.
Curry, 3. Redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
KD's place in history was cemented.
The Warriors are NBA champions again.
The next season would witness the rise of one of basketball's greatest franchises, the Boston Celtics. There was a new king of the big men emerging, a man who would become synonymous with winning, Bill Russell. Together with coach Red Auerbach, Russell and the Celtics would begin winning like no one before.
The finals in '57 had one of the most interesting background. There will never be another background in those finals of the Boston Celtics and the St. Louis Hawks.
The Hawks had traded the rights to Russell to the Celtics that draft, and now the two teams were in the finals.
35 years ago, the Boston Celtics and St. Louis Hawks kicked off Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Unaware of the drama to unfold, Rookie of the Year Heinsohn made his share of big plays, scoring 37 points. Bill Russell, also a rookie, dominated the game with his rebounding, shot blocking, and intimidation.
Game 7 would go into double overtime, with a title hanging in the balance.
Igniting a wild celebration and giving birth to the most legendary dynasty in all of sports.
One of sports' greatest dynasties was launched, and the rest was history.
Steph Curry looking for their back-to-back titles, facing off against a team that they remember from last year in the finals. LeBron James, the unstoppable force, and the Cavaliers looking for their first title in franchise history.
If the Golden State Warriors win this championship, they are the greatest team of all time.
Curry, the mismatch.
I recognize the greatness that I'm witnessing. They're the greatest shooters that I've ever seen.
The Cavaliers seemed hopelessly outgunned by the all-time great Warriors.
Cavs not only undefeated at home, they have been dominant at home.
Going into Game 4, the Warriors were firing on all cylinders. Raining threes.
Another three, same spot, same result. Puts it in. Golden State up 3 on an 11-point turnaround here in the third. Golden State Warriors with a huge win on the road take a commanding 3-1 lead in these NBA Finals.
Despite going down 3-1, the Cavaliers forced a Game 7.
Oracle Arena is alive and roaring as we get set for Game 7.
The finals, when he was down 3-1 to a 73-win team, the all-time winningest team.
Now 3-3 in the NBA Finals. Because of this historic run all season long, do you feel like there's a legacy on the line?
Oh yeah, legacies on both sides, you know.
No team in the history of the NBA had come back from a 3-1 deficit.
This is the kind of moment that can be overwhelming.
Pass right through the hands of Curry. James, like two-handed slam. Green leading the break. Green's pass stolen by James, and Mullins all alone.
Y'all must have forgot who I am.
Yeah.
Because he went at Steph Curry every chance he got.
Left-handed blocked by James.
Well, the Golden State Warriors will go to the locker room with a 7-point lead.
Here comes Irving. Irving drives past Green. The foul.
Every Batman needs a Robin.
Oh, what a sweet move from Kyrie Irving.
Cleveland fans haven't celebrated a championship in any major sport in 50 years.
Curry to Livingston. Throws it down. And the game is tied. Timeout, Cavaliers.
When Golden State goes on one of those runs, doing whatever it is that they do.
Curry, crossover, three-pointer. It's good.
It might be too much for this Cleveland Cavaliers character-wise.
The only triple-doubles in the history of a Game 7 of the Finals were from Jerry West and James Worthy until tonight, as LeBron James with 26, 10, and 11.
At the moment of truth, LeBron James made the key defensive stop.
Irving drives, hop step inside, floats it up, misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala.
Coming back from a 3-1 deficit, being the first team in NBA history to do it in an NBA Finals, winning back-to-back games at the Oracle.
The comeback against the 73-win Warriors is the greatest in NBA history.
When you do the impossible, and they did it.
It's over! It's over! Cleveland is a city of champions once again! Believe in Cleveland! Savor it! Soak it in! The kid from Akron has come home! The Cavaliers are NBA champions! And the impossible dream has come true! Time to celebrate a title! The curse destroyed! 52 years of torment and anguish has been washed away!
1958.
The 57 and 58 championship between the Boston Celtics and the St. Louis Hawks.
The team split games 3 and 4, but Russell got hurt in the third game, did not play in games 4 and 5. Now Cousy picks it up, comes to the right. He fakes behind the back to Sharman. Daylight, the jumper. Bang! Hagan weaves to the left, gives to Cher for a right-hand hook. It's good!
Pettit plays his greatest game, scoring 21 points in the first half, sparking the Hawks to a 57-52 lead.
Gets the ball over to McCauley, and McCauley stumbles and runs out the clock. The Hawks win the 1958 World Championship. The final score of the sixth game, 110 to 109.
110 to 109. Who's the man of the hour? Bob Pettit. The new scoring record for a regulation time playoff game, 50 points.
He won how many titles, John? 11.
11 out of 12 years. He wants
11
the
and
12th
13.
one. You talk about a competitor, he wants the 12th one back.
The Hawks handed the Celtics their one and only championship defeat of this era. Their star Bob Pettit scored a record 50 points in the closeout game of the finals. Back in 2015,
Steph Curry now has the most career playoff games with 5 made threes, and he just needed 30 career playoff games to do that. It took Kobe 220.
Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions. Their first title in 40 years.
Where does he rank on your list of best shooters ever?
It's easy for me to say that he's the best that I've ever seen shoot.
This guy, man, you know, this debate about the greatest shooter, I think that's pretty much in the bag.
starting this year, the Celtics would rattle off 8 straight titles, 10 out of the next 11 seasons, for a total of 11 titles in 13 years. Not too shabby.
Fourth game of the NBA title playoffs. The Boston Celtics in dark suits, Sharman and Russell and company, against the home team Minneapolis Lakers. Boston puts on more pressure. Celtics win 118-113. Auerbach's team first to clean sweep the title playoffs.
Of course, all of this winning came on the back of mostly one player, Bill Russell, the original GOAT. Red Auerbach and the Celtics swept the Lakers in '59. In all their dominance, this was the only finals the Celtics won with a clean sweep.
With the Miami Heat looking to become the first to three-peat since the Kobe-Shaq Lakers.
He's LeBron's toughest matchup. Nobody can stop LeBron, but I think Kawhi bothers LeBron as much as any defender in basketball.
After the series was tied 1-1, he dropped 29 in Miami, and he outplayed LeBron James for that game, where LeBron just had 22 points, and it was when Popovich was punching him in his chest affectionately, like, way to go.
Bills. To Leonard. San Antonio is back on top once again. The Spurs are the 2014 NBA champions.
You are the 2014 Bill Russell MVP.
Did you know only 3 players have ever been Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP? It's virtually impossible. The trio is MJ, Hakeem the Dream, and yes, Kawhi Leonard.
As the calendar flipped into the 1960s, the Celtics were the face of the league. The Boston Garden was becoming synonymous with winning, and the sport appeared stronger than ever. Fans were firing up stogies and cheering the Green Machine in record numbers.
In the final game in the hard-fought NBA Championship Series with 14,000 jamming the arena as the Boston Celtics, white, meet the St. Louis Hawks in dark in the final and deciding game. But tonight is Bob Cousy night as a scorer and as a playmaker. Hawks are battling valiantly to catch up, but the Celtics are in unbeatable form. Right down to the final tick of the clock, the Celtics dominate the play. Final score, a decisive 122-103. And the man of the hour is Bob Cousy.
Cousy was a star in his own right, and together with Bill, the Celtics were just a cut above the rest. 2013. The Heat versus the Spurs, Game 6. The Spurs took a 3-point lead late.
Should the Spurs foul? Should Miami go for the three right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up a three.
Well, that was probably, in my mind, the biggest shot in NBA history. The NBA World Championship trophy had already been rolled out to be given to the Spurs.
Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining from downtown. Tie game. We'll go to overtime. Miami Heat still alive. And Ray Allen with the clutch shot of his life.
Ray Allen hit one of the greatest shots in NBA history.
Cross-court pass to Green. Green blocked by Bosh. Game over.
Bosh delivered the series-saving block, and the Heat forced a Game 7.
One of those defining games for the Heat to come back, force the overtime, and force a Game 7. And the San Antonio Spurs suffering as gut-wrenching a loss as you can imagine.
In Game 7, LeBron closed it out and defeated the Spurs.
Pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead, 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio, final seconds. What a finish. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat. The 2013 NBA Championship resides once again in Miami.
Back-to-back champions. From 1961 to 1964, the Celtics dynasty dominated the competition.
He throws it high in the air, and the Boston Celtics are the world champions. That's the end of the game. With the final score, Celtics 112, the Lakers 109.
The Boston Celtics get an early jump as they battle the San Francisco Warriors for the National Basketball Championship. The Bostonians are after their 6th crown in a row.
The footage is a bit shaky, but they ran roughshod over the league.
Time is running out on the scoreboard and on the court as the Celtics near their 6th consecutive NBA title.
The dynastic Celtics reigned over the 60s, defeating the Lakers in 62 and 63.
It begins to look as if the Boston Celtics have a patent on winning basketball titles.
In 2012, LeBron James was still seeking his first ring. The Heat would face off against Kevin Durant and the OKC.
I witnessed him
turnover stolen by James.
Rise above his finals demons of a year ago.
And throws it down. James puts his head down.
Take them over for 4 straight games.
Throws it down and a foul.
The individual games were grueling.
James on the drive, on the pull-up.
But the series overall was a cheek clapping.
Tries a three. You turn me on. Bang! LeBron James from downtown.
LeBron and the Heat closed it out in 5 games.
The Miami Heat are once again NBA champions. LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted.
When the clock hit triple zeros, what's the first thing that ran through your mind?
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Playoff. The Celtics need just this game for their 7th straight title.
In 1965 and 66, the Celtics ran over the Lakers 2 more times.
That other Jones boy, Casey, has larceny in his heart as he steals the ball and dribbles down for a layup shot.
There you see Red Auerbach, deliriously happy
With the
man.
final whistle, Sam Jones has the ball, and he lets it go with a whoop. The Boston Celtics and their coach, Red Auerbach, have given Bostonians something to talk about. Along with baked beans, basketball is their dish.
In the past 10 years, the Boston Celtics have won 9 out of 10 World Championships. Last year, the 76ers were the almost team of the NBA. But the Celts ended the great dream in the Eastern Division playoffs.
2011, LeBron's first finals with Miami. The Heat cruised past their competition in the East, all the way into the finals.
Final seconds of the third. James. Bang! At the buzzer!
In the finals, the Heat were heavily favored to win.
Wade, alley-oop to James! There's the exclamation point!
The Heat seemed poised to mop the floor with the Mavericks. But in a pivotal Game 4, LeBron scored just 8 points.
I've never seen so many people want LeBron to fail.
While Dirk played the series of his life.
And that's it! The Mavericks have evened the series! What a game and what a series!
The Mavs got the narrow victory, and LeBron got the blame.
How would you say you play in the NBA Finals?
Not great at all. Not the way I know how to play a game of basketball on a high level.
The Dallas Maverick fans starting to celebrate. Nowitzki. Mama, there goes that man, Dirk Nowitzki. And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history.
These finals were a low point for LeBron James, as he himself has stated.
Probably one of the hardest times of my life. You know, after the finals, I sat in my room for 2 weeks. Did absolutely nothing. Talked to absolutely nobody.
Last night, it wasn't just an NBA title won by the Dallas Mavericks, as it was legacy lost by the Miami Heat.
An athlete flying so high as soaring near the sun, but NBA superstar LeBron James crashing down to earth, his wings perhaps melting a little, giving Cleveland fans he spurned some sweet revenge.
In '67, we saw a rare break in the chain. After winning 8 straight titles, the Celtics missed the finals, and the 76ers took home the title. It was the tremendous play of Wilt Chamberlain, which put the 76ers over the top.
And the never-say-die Boston team wins the world's professional basketball crown, 124-109 in the final against Los Angeles. A fitting climax to the Converse cavalcade of basketball.
The Celtics returned to championship glory in '68 and '69, closing out the decade of dominance.
108 to 106. A 2-point victory by Boston.
Leadership has to come from you, Bill, and to bring a team from 4th place during the regular season to the world's title, the 11th title in 13 years, you've got the respect of everybody in the country.
Well, Jack, it's my guys. It's just my guys. These guys play ball for me, and they're such a great bunch of guys.
2010 was the year of Kobe.
Dream about as they're growing up.
I am a part of this incredible rivalry, and what's going to set about us, this team, is that we lost to the Celtics twice. I don't think so.
Overcoming the odds, Bryant took down the Big Three in Boston.
It's incredible. You can't, the debate of saying Michael is the greatest, you have to put it up there. But Kobe Bryant came along as the student and surpassed the master.
It took 7 games, but Kobe Bryant was champion again.
Punch it! 4-point Laker lead, their largest of the game. Will inbound. 11.7 seconds remaining in a 4-point game. NBA championship coming down to the final seconds. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
And the winner of the Bill Russell
NBA Finals MVP is none other than Kobe Bryant.
When I got 4, you got 4, I was like, hey, I got 4, he got 4, let's straight. When you got that 5th one, and then hold on, you said, I just wanted to get one more.
Absolutely. 1970. This season, Wilt moved to the Lakers and would face the Knicks in the finals. The biggest story of this series was the injury and return of the MVP, Willis Reed.
The New York Knickerbocker captain took the floor for a preliminary warm-up. The first time he had shot the basketball since Monday when he was injured. He was watched carefully by Coach Red Holtzman, who in turn talked to ABC reporter Howard Cosell. We just had an announcement from the press row that Willis has just received 200 cc of cortisone. Now, I've had cortisone myself, and I think we see Willis coming out. There he comes right now. 6'10" from Grambling. The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player of the NBA. It's a standing ovation at the new Madison Square Garden. Willis Reed scores the first bucket here tonight, and New York leads. 3, 2, 1. We have a new NBA champion.
2009.
The Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most storied franchises in all of sports, led by one of the most dynamic players this game has ever seen. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers back on the final stage for the second consecutive year.
You had guys that were in their seasons in April, and they would work out in July and August. Kobe Bryant would play in the June and was working out a week or two later.
You know how they say one man can't beat a team? I beg to differ.
That's how bad he wanted it.
His work ethic was unparalleled.
One man can beat a team. This guy has dominated.
Kobe and company dictated the action.
Lakers looking to push. Bryant spinning in the lane.
I'm talking about skill. I'm talking about pure skill and will.
Back for Gasol. Pretty pass.
When we talk about Kobe Bryant, I never thought I would say it playing against Michael Jordan for so long.
Mama, there goes that man.
But Kobe Bryant will go down as the greatest basketball player that has ever lived.
LA wins the 2009 NBA title.
MVP of the 2009 NBA Finals, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe had done it. He'd led the Lakers to a post-Shaq title. 1971. In 71, a new king of the league emerged. A young Milwaukee Buck named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He led the Bucks to the title in 1971.
It's over! The Milwaukee Bucks are champions of the world!
Kareem was ready to be the face of the league, but an aging Wilt Chamberlain still had one final moment of glory in him.
Wherever you look, the Lakers were number one. At last, the Lakers had won the NBA championship. They were the winningest team in history. Most wins in a season. Most consecutive wins. And now the World Championship.
2008 saw a new page in the Celtics-Lakers rivalry.
Been fortunate enough to be at the top of the mountain before, and to have to go through struggles in the years following that.
Game one tip-off finally seconds away. Kobe Bryant has put his team in position for another championship. His coach, Phil Jackson, says he's put the whole package together this year. The scoring, obviously. He's rededicated himself to defense, the leadership. It has been a special season.
The duo lifted the Lakers back into the finals.
Number one seed in the West this year. Kobe Bryant knocks it down. Beautiful moves. And he's got Rondo to Pierce. Pierce for three. Bang! Celtics back up by one. Fisher alley-up. To Bryant. Beautiful feed.
And I just felt like it was really important for myself.
Spinning off. Great play. How do you stop that?
The big three of the Celtics proved too much for the newly rising Lakers.
Puts it in! Back-to-back three-pointers for Paul Pierce. Knocks it down. His seventh three-pointer of the game. They had one of the worst losses in finals history. Their 22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again.
1973. The following season, the Knicks returned to dethrone Wilt and the Lakers.
The early 70s was Knickerbocker basketball. After winning the NBA championship in 1970, a veteran Knicks team recaptured the title 3 years later.
In 74, the Celtics returned to glory and won their 12th title in franchise history.
The Boston Celtics are the champions of the NBA for the 12th time. Tom Hyson. The Boston Celtics have defeated the Milwaukee Bucks.
1975. Rick Barry led the Warriors to another title against the Washington Bullets.
They will use both their centers to help out down there on that board if a shot is put up, and also on defense. Soko brings it to this side, it'll be Hayes. You saw them, they're going to try to get Chenier down here, get a double screen, see what they've got. Clock begins to run out. Chenier goes inside, in the air, not there. There, could be all over, hold on.
I think it is going to be all over now.
Underdogs all the way. The Warriors have done it. The Golden State Warriors have just won the NBA championship. They have beaten the Washington Bullets in an incredible 4 straight. The final game, 96 to 95.
LeBron James made his first finals appearance, but unfortunately for him, it was against the Spurs.
Cavs certainly don't want to end what's been a terrific season by getting swept in the NBA.
Facing off against a young LeBron James, the Spurs were heavily favored to win their 4th ring.
Oh, James on the slam. Ginobili aims the three and knocks it down. And here's the buzzer. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions once again. Their 4th title in 9 years.
It was a clean sweep for Duncan and the Spurs, and a 4th title for San Antonio.
Great job, man. Drive these guys. This is going to be your league in a little while. But I appreciate you giving us this year.
The 76 Finals was dubbed the greatest game ever played by many at the time.
Curry again. Jump shot, put it down. Phoenix has gone ahead. We've got 5 seconds. I don't believe it. I don't believe what I just saw down here.
Just when it appeared the Suns had the game locked up, a little Celtics magic occurred.
Celtics clock will start when it's touched. Havlicek touches it. It begins. 3 seconds. Off the glass. He's got it with a second. John Havlicek won it. It's over. There's 2 seconds to go. The Boston Celtics, but the clock should have run out. Or did it have 2?
Everyone thought the game was over, but 1 second remained on the clock.
Won't start until it's touched. They'll have to throw it up. Garherd. It's good. It's tied again. I don't believe it. Garfield heard at the buzzer. Threw one in outside. We've got a 3rd overtime in a Boston.
The miracle jumper went in, and the game went into triple overtime.
Here is Glenn McDonald. 2-point basketball game. Nelson gives it to Ard. Westfall's got a hand on it. Ard goes back. 5 seconds. White, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be all over. And look at the fans here in the Boston Garden. They battled 3 overtimes. And finally it's over, but would you believe the end of that third overtime?
Shaq and D-Wade had become a dynamic duo, lifting the Heat into their first ever finals.
Their success has been a terrific bond between their two star players, Shaquille O'Neal and Dwayne Wade. They're at different paths of their career right now, but they have made beautiful music together.
How special was that one to win?
It was special because I knew I was getting older. I was starting to lose a little bit.
An aging Shaq leaned on the Flash.
When I got there with D-Wade, I was like, you know what? I'm older. I'm tired. It's your team, D-Wade.
D-Wade rose to the occasion, averaging nearly 35 points a game.
He has that jumper going early.
Shaq was dominant in spurts.
Shaq has always said, I'll be there when they count.
And was even hitting his free throws. D-Wade's historic performance
Tough shot, count it, now foul.
was ultimately too much for the Mavs to overcome.
Do you foul? Don't overshoot a three. Right, this is smart now. Are you going to foul? Terry puts it up. Let's go.
Shaq had captured his fourth title.
The Miami Heat, they've done it. They win their first championship in franchise history.
Congratulations, Miami Heat, 2006 NBA champions.
I came to Miami because of this young fella right here. I knew he was a special player. I knew the first time I saw him, I knew that he was something special, so I knew it was my job to come here and make him better.
The Portland Trail Blazers took the title in '77.
109 to 107. They've gone wild in Portland. The Portland Trail Blazers, their first year in the NBA playoffs. The baskets are down.
The Bullets took the title in '78. Again, the footage available is quite rough.
Bobby Danridge, he will be our most valuable player. And the celebration can begin in Washington. Dick Mata and Bernie Bickerstaff are embracing over there.
The Seattle Supersonics would close out the '70s, taking home the title.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the celebration begin in Seattle. It is over. The Seattle Supersonics have won the NBA World Championship Series in 5 games.
The great turnarounds in NBA history. In a game you can see in high definition. It's
back in the finals again, this time facing off against the Pistons. It was common for casuals to overlook Duncan's game as boring.
Shooting is tipped after that great start.
Timmy's legendary bank shot had become an unstoppable weapon. These finals served as a reminder that despite not being as flashy as some other players, Tim Duncan was the best player in the league.
Manu starts in, all the way in. That was so good. On the shot clock.
Late in Game 7, Duncan and Manu took over. The win cemented Duncan's place among the all-time greats.
And the San Antonio Spurs, with tough defense, and Tim Duncan answering a lot of questions and erasing any doubt about coming up big when you have to come up big. And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
In 1980, a new face emerged, Magic Johnson.
What does it mean as far as the Lakers are concerned tonight? A young man by the name of Magic Johnson is going to start at center.
I'm ready, and I know my teammates are too.
Are you going to play center on offense in this game?
Yeah, I will be changing from center to forward on certain plays.
Kareem went down. You're a rookie, 20 years old?
Yeah, 20 years old.
In the NBA Finals.
The game that still might be the finest game of his career came as a rookie in the finals. No Kareem in Game 6.
It goes through Dawkins of the Sixers.
He plays center and goes 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists.
In Game 6, with an injured Abdul-Jabbar back home in L.A., Magic played all 5 positions.
It is 54-50 Sixers, 3:10. Magic comes right back on the penetration, and it's a 2-point game.
The atmosphere was electric.
Way to move.
Spectrum crowd now starting to come alive. They might have thought it was going to be easy, too.
The 76ers fans thought the Lakers were doomed without Kareem. Magic had other ideas.
On the interception, on the lazy pass, it is that rookie again. Magic dishes Wilkes this time.
He played a game-high 47 minutes. He scored a game-high 42 points. He grabbed a game-high 15 rebounds.
On the shot clock. Whip it inside to Magic. 38 points, 14 for 23 for the field, 10 for 10 for the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Comes the 20-year-old rookie down the middle.
And led the Lakers to the NBA championship.
In the final game of the playoffs, playing center in place of the injured Abdul-Jabbar, Magic scored 42 points to beat Philadelphia and win the NBA title.
There it is, it's over, and the most valuable player is Magic Johnson.
Magic and the Lakers had done it. Johnson was named the most valuable player as a rookie. 42, 15, and 7.
42, 15, and 7. You know what that means? What that is?
42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. He starts at center, plays forward and guard, and leads the Los Angeles Lakers to a world championship 123-107 over Philadelphia without Kareem.
In 2004, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers were on their final legs.
4th time in the finals, thanks to that man right over there.
Most people think they will win. They are heavily favored. A lot of people think they will sweep. Gary Payton, who came from Seattle and then Milwaukee last year, big pay cut to win a championship. Karl Malone to win a championship. Kobe now tries to win his 4th championship, as does Shaquille O'Neal.
On the biggest stage, the Lakers fell apart.
We also thought the Pistons had no chance. No chance whatsoever.
Basketball's culture is about the young prodigy. And Kobe was, for about a 10-year window, the prodigy.
They start with Shaq. He gives it to Walton. Here comes Kobe. Less than 5 from way outside. Got it! Oh, man! With 2.1.
Kobe Bryant has it. Whatever that it is, Al, he has it. He has the ability to make big shots.
You guys were such huge personalities, and maybe that could be why.
It wasn't just that they beat the Lakers, it was how they beat the Lakers. Were you surprised at how easy it was?
Yeah, I didn't think they could dominate a team that won 3 rings to the extent that they would completely demoralize them and really take their will to play, which is exactly what they did.
How did they take the Lakers hard?
The 2004 Lakers were one of the most hyped up yet disappointing teams of all time.
That the Detroit Pistons have just shocked the Los Angeles Lakers. 100-87 to win the NBA title. And for the Lakers, it truly will be the end of a particular era. They've had the 3 championships. They brought in the other guys. We talked about how much.
Magic wasn't the only newcomer to the league. Larry Bird staked his claim as the best of the best.
Coming
Coming back from the brink of defeat, Bird and the Celtics had overcome a 3-1 hole and were headed to the NBA Finals. In the finals, the Celtics would face off with the Houston Rockets.
Boston would like to cut this to a one-point game.
Larry Bird has been outthinking opponents all season long. The variety of categories in which he leads his team is evidence of his remarkable all-around skill.
Larry Bird follows his own shot. Oh, what a play! Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics take the lead, 92-91.
That was the spark as Bird took control of the game in a dazzling display of all-around skill.
This crowd, they're ecstatic.
In just his second year, Bird had taken the last-place Celtics all the way to the top.
Larry Bird.
And then Game 6 of the finals against Moses in Houston with the title on the line had 27, 13, and 5.
1:47. You see the time. Archibald, Henderson on him. Tiny will come back out and reset. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Larry Bird wants a three-pointer. A three-point shot by Larry Bird. He's hit 3 of them down the stretch. I don't know if you can have any more ice water in your veins than he's shown in this game. 27 points for Bird. You see 2 seconds, 1, and the world champion, the Boston Celtics.
The Boston Celtics have won the world championship in 1981, and they have become the 14th flag winners for the Boston Garden.
81 was a big thrill. It was a tough series. Moses was on a tear all year, and you win that first championship. That's very special.
For Bird, it felt like just the beginning.
For the 14th time, the Celtics have brought the NBA World Championship home to Boston, and thousands of fans mobbed Logan Airport this afternoon to greet the young sports heroes with champagne, beer, and cheers.
They celebrated the title in style. Thousands flooded the streets to cheer the Celtics.
Whoever said winning isn't everything, it's the only thing, apparently had today's citywide celebration in mind, where estimates of 40 to 50,000 screaming fans showed their appreciation.
When we won our first championship, I told our team, I said, we got to win at least 4 or 5 of these things or we didn't do our job. Because I always thought that we left them on the table.
Well, I spent about 2 minutes up in Mayor White's office, and all them people up there dudes running around asking for autographs. Now I know why they're on bankrupt.
In 2003, it was once again the Spurs.
Game 1, it's the New Jersey Nets, the number 2 seed from the East, against the San Antonio Spurs, the number 1 seed from the West.
In the finals, the Spurs took on the New Jersey Nets.
Another assist. The chance to say goodbye. Thank you to David Robinson one last time.
Duncan was a monster, and the series was a one-sided beatdown.
Harris blocked by Duncan. Was absolutely fabulous against Detroit, Johnson. Tim Duncan puts it in, and again a chance to add one. Parker on the pick and roll back to Duncan knocks it down outside. 12 points, 12 rebounds for the big man. Duncan with Martin on his hip. Duncan, another tough shot. 8 this quarter, 16 for the game.
Them play to their weaknesses.
Tim Duncan, and he's Duncan.
The fans erupted into cheers for their Spurs.
Everybody thanking number 50. This whole city's Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. Trust me. If he's not an MVP, he's an MAP, the most admired person. The San Antonio Spurs are your world champions.
David Robinson received a proper send-off, walking off into the sunset, a two-time champion. Duncan was Finals MVP again, and unquestionably the best player in the league.
Congratulations, Tim Duncan. Where are you, David?
The celebration went on all summer.
This is the paper that's already out. With your MVP on the front, just one word, Tim Duncan glory.
The city said goodbye to Robinson as a new era of Spurs basketball took over. This era would be dominated by Manu Parker and the big fundamental, Tim Duncan.
I used to get so frustrated playing against Tim Duncan because I could not figure him out.
In 1982, Magic and the Showtime Lakers were taking over with a new brand of basketball.
And so he said, you know what? I want the show to be the team, but we got to create entertainment. I'm in the entertainment capital of the world, so I want more happening during the game. So that's when he had the young ladies come out and start dancing.
The Showtime Lakers were firing on all cylinders.
For 9 playoff games, Laker opponents have wilted under the most intense pressure defense and fast break offense in recent memory.
They were so good, in fact, that they didn't lose a single game the entirety of the playoffs, becoming the first team to ever sweep their way into the finals.
A rematch of 1980 set against the dramatic backdrop of these teams' frustrations in 1981.
In the finals, it was a rematch against Dr. J.
Oh, great pass on the alley-oop from Magic to Kareem.
Dr. J was his typical extraordinary self.
Julius Erving put on a memorable performance this afternoon.
The Lakers had a chance to win the title in 6.
And as both teams head back out to the West Coast, the best-of-7 series is all tied.
This is a world championship, Jim. You know, it's a different feeling now. I mean, we came and did just about what we wanted.
Magic was razor sharp in the form.
The series has been filled with dazzling performance by a remarkable array of stars.
Once filled with groans of dismay, the Forum became a sea of yellow.
Another capacity crowd, 17,505.
The rich and famous were now commonplace in the Forum.
And welcome to Game 6 of the 1982 NBA World Championship Series.
Number 6.
Lakers lead 3 games to 2.
They were relentless on the open floor.
Cheeks is on Magic. The Lakers have opened up with a vengeance, and Billy Cunningham wants a timeout. It's 6-0.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't show you this moment from Daryl Dawkins. The Lakers pulled away late.
Down here is Kareem. The ball to Magic. Underneath the Kareem slam dunk.
What also sets Magic apart is that he was the undeniable face of the Showtime Lakers.
Point lead, 2 minutes gone by, and the Lakers have that's the biggest lead of the game.
And this is the quick team that the Lakers have that's so devastating on a fast break.
Perhaps no other team has ever pushed the ball with such speed and precision as the Showtime Lakers. Moving the ball effortlessly down the court. Magic Johnson was named Finals MVP yet again.
The Lakers are about to become champions for the second time in 3 years. If history calls this 12-2 playoff team one of the best of all time.
The Lakers, it's over.
against Dr. J in the finals. Averages 16, 11, and 8 for another finals MVP.
And there's the scene inside the Laker dressing room, and how Riley has done it. He was not just a push-button coach at all, was he, Bill?
He did a great job. He did just about it. He gave these guys just the right amount of...
Magic was now a two-time champion, and the Lakers' potential dynasty was alive and kicking. The more things change, the more they stay the same, as the Lakers were also winning in 2002.
Lakers, this was their third consecutive finals appearance.
Rolling over all who dared stand in their way.
Kobe starts on the defensive end.
If Michael Jordan is the original, Kobe Bryant is the remix, baby.
Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight.
They've completed the three-peat and cemented themselves as a dynasty.
They're scary.
They wrap it up in the 4-game sweep by beating the Nets 113.
And by 23, he had helped lead the Lakers to 3 straight championships.
It was more of the Lakers back in 1983. However, Dr. J would stand in their way.
Sixers were favored and ready. They'd lost to the Lakers in 2 of the last 3 finals, and nothing but a championship would satisfy their fans. This was a great rematch with one major difference. The Sixers had signed free agent Moses Malone, and he was unstoppable.
The 76ers were a much better team.
Worthy against Malone. Pass is deflected. Going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes.
It was time to put up or shut up.
Irving.
Iconic.
He rocked the baby to sleep and slam dunk. And yet another Laker turnover. Magic against the hand check of Tony. Both clubs are out of fouls. Magic holds it up underneath. He gives to Nixon. Nixon scores. Magic Johnson's bullet pass. We're tied at 110. Magic made a great pass. Magic's got a triple-double. He's had it for an hour, by the way.
The Philadelphia 76ers, Maurice Cheeks Bryant knows they're going to be the world champions, folks.
The Lakers were swept, and Dr. J got his ring.
And this time Philly has Moses, and Philly sweeps them. But Magic does average 19 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists.
In 2001, you guessed it, more Lakers.
Capacity crowd, better than 20,000 on hand. The 76ers starting lineup just introduced to the crowd.
There's people like that, man, and you can hate on them. You don't want to note this crazy Kobe Bryant motherfucker getting up at 4 in the morning, you know, doing deadlifts like shit. I want to sleep.
I'm going to rip your throat out with my scoring. Low post, fadeaway, footwork, assassin.
Many people confuse the fact that he wants to beat your scoring.
Kobe has the same mindset and mentality that MJ had.
His preparation to win is as good as anybody's, ever.
A lot of talking going on there right now. I think you're going to see the referee step in and separate the 2 players.
Kobe will do whatever you ask him to do to win, whether it be play defense. He just wants to win.
I'm not denying the genius of Michael Jordan. I'm saying Kobe Bean Bryant, in my estimation,
Kobe Bryant
was the greatest basketball player.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Mark, what hustle, Bryant.
The low and peasy afro Kobe. Then we had Shaq and Kobe. I'll say it again, Shaq and Kobe.
Iverson and the 76ers were hopelessly outmatched.
This man played with a broken finger and won a championship. Had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger.
The celebration has begun on the Laker bench. And the Los Angeles Lakers will make it a 2nd straight NBA crown, who finish with a
a 15-1 run. It's an actual discussion you can have now.
Oh, I said it a year and a half ago. Nowhere in the world would I ever put anybody in the conversation with Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant is there.
The Lakers lost only one game the entire playoffs. Back-to-back champions.
And the beautiful thing is that they're just getting started.
We're going to get another one next year again. Back-to-back.
The match everyone was hoping for came to fruition.
You know, we were the favorites, and we made our way. They won the East, we won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
At least we got the game in our court, and our fans will be hyped up, and it'll be fun.
Of course, you had the Bird Magic, take over the 80s. The Bird Magic Celtic Laker finals were like the Ali Frazier.
In each of the last 4 NBA World Championship Series, either Magic or Bird has competed. But this is the first time that the two have gone head-to-head for the title.
Well, I was excited being in the finals, but playing against Magic, that was something that I always dreamed about since he beat us in college.
And welcome to Los Angeles, the city of stars and expensive cars.
The 1984 NBA World Championship Series was a media circus.
And then in the finals, against Magic and Kareem and the Lakers.
Game 4, with the Lakers leading the Celtics 2 victories to 1.
Historic struggles between the Lakers and Celtics had defined the NBA.
Down 2-1 in Game 4 to even the series.
Bird gets the layup. Boy, how he knifes his way in.
The ratings were off the charts, and the NBA was bigger than ever.
And here's Larry Bird with another rebound. He has 11 in the ballgame. The tip controlled by the Celtics. Here's Bird going for 3, and he has it.
Now, Magic and Bird were writing a new chapter in the rivalry.
He has done successfully. Here's a steal by Larry Bird.
And we always felt that if we played the Lakers, we could always do something here to take the heck out of them.
Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy. Kurt Rambis was clotheslined by Kevin McHale.
I think Larry Bird can beat you even if he doesn't score a point on the basketball court.
You get them thinking about if you're going to get hit or somebody saying something, it takes them off their game because they like to get it out, run, and just keep pushing. Get in their flow. You got to take them out of that flow.
Bird fights Kareem, swings the elbow, and now is yelling at Larry Bird.
The Lakers' cool was blown. Instead of setting the tone, they found themselves retaliating, and their well-honed concentration was disrupted.
Bird had one of the great playoff games ever played.
Great players like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson love to be in this situation.
Bird went to the line with a chance to tie it up.
He makes one. And the Celtics tie it up.
The game went to overtime, and Bird would be called upon once again in the clutch.
They'll have to get more scoring from Wilkes and Kareem before it's over. I don't believe it. And there are Celtic fans high-fiving all over the joint now. Points. And the rebounds, the Celtics 33 rebounds to the Lakers 12. Larry Bird. He has been sensational. The kid from French Lick, Indiana. He's got 31.
18 on the shot clock. I think the Celtics will use most of the clock here. Nearly a steal by Worthy. Dennis Johnson with Cooper all over him. He can't do a thing. Bird, turnaround. Hit with 16 seconds to go.
The shot proved to be the game winner.
Listen, you couldn't give him an inch or he would just shoot it right in your face. He was dominant at both ends of the court.
The Lakers arrived in Boston.
Mr. Stern comes in 1983, and he capitalizes on 2 people. One name was Larry Bird. Another name was Magic Johnson.
Playing in extraordinary heat, both teams would have to dig deep.
Boston Garden was a sauna. The place had no air conditioning. And inside, as the temperatures reached into the hundreds, the Lakers tried to relax and stay fresh.
Are entering the hottest place in this city, literally. There is no air conditioning in this ancient building.
And the loud and rabid Boston fans cheered them as if on a crusade.
How hot was it in here? Game 5 and Game 7 in '84 against the Lakers.
They said it was 105. All I remember is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the oxygen tank to his face.
The Lakers will have a bottle of oxygen alongside their bench.
Larry Bird gets an offensive rebound.
Was an exceptional rebound, averaging 10 rebounds a game for his.
The score is tied at 26. The game started over 97 degrees here at Boston Garden inside, and I'm sure that's been raised a few degrees.
Bird dominated the rebounds, once again giving his team the edge, turning second chances into points.
This is game number 5. A steal by Bird. This is tied 2 games apiece. And Larry Bird.
Bird scored 34 points and had 17 rebounds.
By Larry Bird. Haynes finds an open Bird. Takes Rambis. And the Boston Celtics have, in resounding fashion, with a big second half, have trounced the Los Angeles Lakers 121-103.
A 34.17 rebound game to go up 3-2.
Bird had an extraordinary game, scoring 34 points on 15 of 20 from the field and grabbing 17 rebounds.
Back in L.A., the Forum was packed.
So on a sunny Southern California afternoon, the Forum is our city. And the Los Angeles Lakers must win here or this season is history.
Usually restrained Forum crowd was in a frenzy. They had seen Boston Garden erupt and went all out for the Lakers.
From the start, the game wasn't close. The Showtime Lakers steamrolled Bird and the Celtics. The Lakers' win would send the series to Boston for a Game 7.
Los Angeles Lakers have evened this NBA World Championship Series at 3 victories apiece, and they did it in dramatic fashion.
And Abdul-Jabbar scored 30 points to lead all scorers. Larry Bird had 28. A dramatic victory by the Lakers.
I thought we played like a bunch of sissies. We just didn't do the things that it took for us to win a championship.
Everything is back there to be had. History, the Boston Garden, retired numbers, world championship banners. We have a chance to do something that no other team has ever done. Go back to Boston Garden and win a world championship on that parquet floor.
The series returned east. The Lakers had lost the home court advantage, which rested now with Boston.
Back in the Garden, the heat was on.
Track of the temperature here in Boston Garden, and it says 91 degrees. That's inside. Outside is pretty delightful, Tom.
It's the moment schoolyard players dream about on sleepless summer nights.
And tonight, the 7th game of the World Championship, where the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers get ready for the World Championship of Basketball 1983-84. It's game number 7.
The fans erupted into thunderous applause.
Well, you said it, no question that Larry Bird, the man the Celtics will live or die with tonight.
And electric atmosphere.
Bird going in. Jack Nicholson does not have as good a seat here in Boston as he does in L.A., Tom. Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers have several chances, and here's Larry Bird. Kareem to make the steal. Lakers trying to cut it to 1. And he loses it. Again to Dennis Johnson, who's gone in against Cooper again. And this time he's fouled. And Dennis Johnson hits the free throw.
Johnson's free throws gave the Celtics a 5-point lead.
And now a foul. No basket. A foul is called.
They win the title in 7. He's Finals MVP. They have 2 overtime wins in that series.
The Celtics had done it. World champs.
Final second. Cooper goes to 3. It's over.
The fans stormed the court. In 2000, yep, Lakers.
Indiana Pacers versus the Los Angeles Lakers.
Now, Kobe has been sensational throughout the playoffs, but more importantly, first team all defense. Now, he's going to be playing 4 different Pacers, but everybody's going to be waiting for that glamour matchup. Kobe versus Reggie.
Here is Kobe. Exploding to the hoop.
He is without question one of the 10 best players in the history of the league.
Kobe Bryant cuts it to 3. Doesn't take him long to get into the lane and hangs in the air.
They really appreciated that competitive fire. It was that ability to sort of let it rip.
Kobe Bryant. Throws it over Jalen Rose.
Not care if anybody said you're too selfish, you took too many shots. Like, he's like, well, I think I'm the best option.
In Game 4, Shaq fouled out late in a 1-point game.
That's a loose ball foul on Shaq. That'll be number 6. What a big play.
That's it.
You fouled out. I'm thinking, you already had 50 and 25. Great. We're going to tie this series up, because back then it was 2-3-2. We can tie it up and then win Game 3. All we got to do come back here is win 1.
Kobe Bryant would be called upon to save the day.
3 years later in the NBA Finals, that same move that I was showing them in my step back, he hit after Shaq fouled out.
Indiana, where I messed up and got in foul trouble. And on the bench, he said, don't worry about it, I got it.
Hits the jumper and then sort of gives it, take your time, everything's cool. I'm not going to let us lose this game.
Shaq fouls out with like 3 minutes left, and the game is tight, and Kobe at 21 years old takes over.
As he's running down the court, passing me on the button, says, you never should have showed me that step back.
Shot clock at 12.
So you don't want to foul now because you got 1 to give. They won't shoot free throws.
The putback would seal the victory.
Bryant saw a tough shot, and who is there? Kobe Bryant.
How good is this kid? Are the 2000 NBA champions.
And just like that, Kobe and Shaq were champions.
Now, for your 21 years, you said you've always dreamed of winning a championship. Is it what you dreamed of?
Oh, it's everything and more. I mean, you have the Laker colors falling from the ceiling, the fans going crazy.
And I look back at Shaq and Kobe, and they were co-stars who, in the end, they needed each other, Stephen A.
Finally got one. This is it, fellas. We work all year long for it, man. Shaq the man, the most dominant player in the world. Championship, it's ours. Love it. It's beautiful. Mwah. 2G, baby. You love it.
Many of them aren't going anywhere. Well, frankly, I can't remember the last time we had this much commotion in downtown Los Angeles.
LA celebrated their title in the traditional way.
Apparently vandals have lit a police car on fire. You can see it in the center of the screen there. You see people running. The police coming in now to clear out and disperse the crowd.
Because I had you, I was able to just chill out on something. Do what I do.
See, that's what that's what pissed me off. That was it right there. That was.
Listen, I got beat up. I got hack and shack. I ain't doing no work. I'm going home. I'm swimming. Me and Uncle Jerome, we sipping pina coladas. We eating burgers.
My ass is in the gym 10 hours a day.
With 1 series, Magic could erase the tragic Johnson label and redeem not only himself, but the entire Lakers organization.
To Magic.
When he gets an assist, usually it's of the sparkling variety, and that last one he gave to Worthy was beautiful.
The Lakers had slain the dragon, defeating Boston on their own court while capturing the title.
The Lakers could win their 3rd title, Tommy, in 6 years. They have reached the finals in 5 of those 6 years. Barring some real strange happenings, the Lakers are finally going to do it against these Celtics.
This man, Magic Johnson, played this season with a mission for the Lakers, and it's about to pay off.
Gets revenge on Boston, beats him in 6 in the finals.
Magic had his 3rd championship in 6 years. None sweeter than this one over his rival, Larry Bird.
107-97, and it's as if no one is at Boston Garden right now. That's how quiet it is.
That's got to be the ultimate thrill for the Lakers.
Kareem hits again with a skyhook. The Lakers are less than a minute away. Magic Johnson. Been with the Lakers 6 years. He's been healthy 5 of them. And every year he's been healthy, Magic Johnson has taken the Lakers to the NBA Finals. The Lakers are winning it. 3 in 6 years. LA comes to Boston and wins the world title.
The city rejoiced.
All right, we are live from City Hall, Lakers celebration, and what you're looking at is a sign that says Boston sucks. All right.
Roaring crowds. The Magic effect went beyond the court. He transcended race and socioeconomic barriers, becoming a role model for young people across LA.
If you ask me if I had fun, yes, I had fun.
So you're talking the 80s, you're the biggest star in LA.
Period. Did you reach all your fans? Yes, I did. But you paid for it. But the best moments was when we won those 5 championships and Jack Nicholson came to all our after parties. Like, right when we won, then we had a big party, and then we had an after party to that party, and Jack was in there partying with us, man. We thought we were the coolest dudes on the face of the earth.
In 1999, the Spurs finally broke through. In the finals, they'd face the New York Knicks. In just his 2nd season, he was arguably the best player in the league.
Returns it to Duncan. His turnaround in the lane.
The entire series felt like a coronation for both the Spurs and Duncan.
Greenwell's taking the ball to the basket twice on a fast break and a block on this one. Taking it again to the basket and gets a block.
Duncan off the glass.
How frightening it is. This guy's played 1 year and 50 games in the NBA, and he's already the best player in the league. How frightening, and the future for this young guy.
The Spurs headed to New York, looking to close the series out in Game 5.
Game 5, the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks.
With a well-rounded and fundamentally sound skill set, Duncan was a cheat code.
In the playoffs, Duncan was a monster.
From 20 feet, Tim Duncan is perfect. Game 1. Duncan against Thomas. The clocks above each basket are off, and the corner clocks, which have been rolled onto the floor, are on. Duncan spins and hits off the glass. He's almost too good. Ward. The San Antonio Spurs have won their first NBA championship.
It was a feel-good moment for the long career of David Robinson, who finally got a ring. In just his 2nd year, Tim Duncan was an NBA champion and Finals MVP.
Averaged 27 points and 14 rebounds to be the most valuable player of the 1999 NBA Finals, Tim Duncan.
1986 saw a new team emerge. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was the Celtics again.
You probably know this place now as the center of the basketball universe.
Here at the Boston Garden, where the Boston Celtics and the Houston Rockets get ready for basketball battle in game number 1 of the World Series of Basketball, the NBA Finals.
So welcome to the 1986 NBA Finals. It's the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics.
The finals were a beatdown, as the Celtics were simply the best, and no one would deny them their third title.
In those finals, they're playing Houston. He averages in the finals 24 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Is 2 total assists shy, I think it was 2, of averaging a triple-double for the finals. He has 29 and 12 in Game 6 to win the title.
2:38 remaining in a tie score. 12 ties and 16 lead changes tonight. Walton, who's been there before. Bird for 3 hits, and the Celtics lead by 3. And who else but Larry Bird?
We already lost 2 games to them. It's very talented team, but we were the superior team. They were young, and I didn't think they could ever win 2 games.
Danny into Walton. Walton hauls it back out to Bird. A 3-point build on the Larry Bird.
Now it was up to us to go out as a veteran team that's been there before and play like we've been there before.
Closing out the Rockets in 6, the Celtics were once again world champions. The Boston faithful were at their best, storming the court, as was the tradition.
They win the title in 1984. They lose in the finals in 1985. They win the title in 1986. Bird is league MVP all 3 years, finals MVP twice.
The city of Boston, after all, has put on more post-NBA championship celebrations than any other city. It should come as no surprise that they know how to do it and do it big for a Celtics championship party.
I had no doubt that I'd be here this year, no doubt at all. There's no doubt in my mind that the Celtics will take it all the way.
The most successful team in the history of pro basketball locked up title number 16 on Sunday. The theme for the day was Sweet 16.
Well, if I was working, I should be working for Edison, but Edison's on strike, and even if I was working, I'd be at this party celebrating Celtics.
1998, the last dance of Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
For Michael, it would mean the cementing of his legacy.
Inside, they've already begun the chant of beat the Bulls. Jordan for 3.
Got it. What you do has to transcend the generations in order to retain your place as the GOAT.
Here's Michael.
He's got 21.
Michael Jordan always took his game to another level in the playoffs.
Jordan pulls up
like we've never seen before.
And connects. 25 for MJ.
6 titles, 6 finals MVPs. That means it was all about you each series. You were the mismatch.
He's still Michael Jordan. Whatever he has lost, through fatigue, through age, through whatever, has only brought him somewhat back to the field. He still leads the field.
He became the most dangerous man alive.
Cross-court Stockton, a 3! It's there!
Those 2 3-peats that Jordan has, those are hard to compare anything to.
None of us ever saw what he was going to do, and we thought he was going to be great.
Pippen into Jordan. Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1. Michael Jordan with 45 points.
6 NBA Finals MVPs without ever allowing a Game 7.
Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds.
Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. Better than LeBron, better than Kobe, better than everybody.
Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls
without a doubt, the greatest basketball player of all time, and he still is.
The Celtics were the defending champions.
You had two guys on opposite coast and playing well and taking their teams to the finals year after year after year and playing against each other has got to do nothing but to raise morale of the league.
With 1:13 on the clock and a chance to cut it to 7. It's good. On the shot clock. Dennis for 2. Just missed, and the Lakers can take the lead here.
The most compelling is that everybody wanted to see us play them because they were the hard-nosed, tough East Coast type team that used the pass to kind of run their fast break.
And a foul as well.
Magic's passing was so incredible, so awe-inspiring, that he literally made it as cool to pass as to score for an entire generation of players.
The Lakers took a lead back to Boston. LA wanted redemption, and Magic would deliver it for them. With the game hanging in the balance, Magic turned to Kareem's signature move.
Magic Johnson in the low post being guarded by Dennis Johnson.
A beautiful moment, which has come to embody so many things about the career of Magic Johnson.
Scores with 2. And the Celtics trail by 1 with 2 seconds to go. Have won in Pat Riley, and the Lakers dance off the court.
2 games later, the Lakers clinched the title in Game 6.
I just tried to play the game the right way, man. And I love passing that basketball, man, and having it in my hands. I love controlling the action. I love the game.
Magic Johnson, you and the Lakers just won the NBA championship. What are you going to do next? I'm going to Disneyland.
Maybe it was an innocent question from Michael Jordan. Is it Byron or Brian Russell? But it drew Russell's fire. Brian responding, is it Michael or Michelle? Ooh. Now, on the one hand, you got to give Brian props for not backing down, but on the other, yo, B, that's Mike.
We're down to 5. George putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1.
Hasta la vista, baby.
There is a big story going around this building right now. Michael Jordan is sick.
1,100 fans in attendance and the 600 million watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes. Not bad for a guy playing with flu symptoms.
And the Jazz not able to get to their offensive glass. Ostertag was great. Karl Malone's got the 3 fouls.
I mean, it was the man could hardly walk. He could hardly breathe. And he elevated himself.
Jordan with a cutting long way.
If you give up, then they give up. You know, so I didn't want to give up. You know, no matter how sick I was, or how tired I was, or how, low on energy I was.
And he's tied the game.
It's like the things that he does over and over again is like Michelangelo repainting the Sistine Chapel over and over again.
Near exhaustion, ready to fall over. He's got his team tied now.
When they called a timeout, how he came out of the ballgame and plopped on the seat, and that's what he did. He just plopped down.
He won't even take the Gatorade.
He doesn't want to waste any energy. No high fives, no lifting water to his mouth. He is exhausted.
A heroic performance by Michael Jordan.
I mean, as long as he plays the game, he's going to amaze us no matter what.
Yes! They lead it! 38 points for the Kings!
leaning on Scotty as they walked off the floor. I'm not sure he had full mobility.
Looks like he's a boxer just hanging on along the rope. Performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan. A performance that I think will go down as one of the greatest of his career because of the situation. It is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86. It is Bedlam here at the United Center.
1988, the Lakers went for their 5th title.
And we will see. They all want us, and they all get their chance right now.
Magic and the Lakers were on the precipice of history.
Friends are here. They're the two buddies, Isaiah and Magic. The crowd loves what they see. I guess this is Pistons basketball, huh?
The outstanding defense by both teams when someone gets to the basket.
Magic comes back with a hook shot.
You saw Isaiah do something at this end. I'm going to show my friend what I can do.
The Pistons were on the rise, and many felt the Lakers' run was at its end.
The Lakers go to their spot about as quick as any team I have ever seen.
The series was grueling and would push the Lakers to the brink. A Game 7 would be forced back in L.A.
And an imposing home record in the playoffs. Lambeer and Kareem jumping.
The Lakers were primed to end the 19-year drought since the last back-to-back champion.
And the rebound by Magic Johnson.
One game to settle it all.
And Scott goes to the hoop strong.
One game to make history.
The Lakers were there, but no foul. Magic Johnson.
Magic and Worthy put on a show.
The Lakers want to put this to bed early, it seems.
They have done it.
The game ends. The Lakers have won it again.
Back-to-back champions.
A great moment. The Lakers repeat as world champions here. First time in 19 years.
The first team to do it in 19 years.
They are releasing pent-up emotions in the Laker dressing room.
Come on, Zoe, catch him. No.
And as they dealt with the pressures of trying to win 70 games in the regular season.
The greatest regular season team of all time was headed to the postseason.
Orlando Magic versus Chicago Bulls. We had beat them the year before, went to the finals and got swept. Came back, Michael Jordan came back stronger than ever.
The Bulls have swept the Magic. Jordan finishes with 45 points. The Bulls do it 106-101 as the Orlando Magic have been swept from the playoffs for the 3rd straight season.
Swept again. Michael was my fraternity brother. Puts his hand on my shoulder and says, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail.
In the playoffs, Jordan was a dreadnought.
Didn't matter who you weren't getting anything when Jordan was around.
Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee.
And through most of the country, really, is that these NBA Finals loom not so much as a competition as a coronation.
You know, with 72 wins, you know, all the consecutive winnings, games that we have won, but by no means do we want to do all that and then be the team that lose to the Seattle Supersonics in the finals.
And Mark, he has come all the way back to best player and MVP status.
And then he played a 63-win Sonics team and beat them in 6 games. No one ever took them 7 games in the finals.
The Bulls were able to complete the dream season and win the franchise's 4th NBA title after defeating the Sonics in Game 6. Michael Jordan, once again named Finals MVP, his 4th MVP trophy in his many tries.
1989. Enter the bad boy Pistons.
The Lakers could become the first team in the history of the league ever to sweep their way into the finals
and then be swept out. And
heading to LA for Game 4, Detroit stood on the precipice of history.
As well as on the boards, and there he is right there. The worm, Dennis Rodman. Shot blocks, rebounds, gets all the loose balls, and then takes at least 2 or 3 charges.
Dennis the Menace harassed the Lakers all game long.
Vinnie Johnson loses the ball. Great play by Campbell. Gets the ball back at the other end, and he gets clobbered.
Part of the game. Rodman
pushes Campbell.
Yes.
But that's part of the game. It's been going on at the other end.
Each season, they climbed one step higher. And now, the time was theirs.
16 on the shot clock. There's a 3-second differential between the shooting clock and the game clock. Williams, offensive foul as he knocks Rodman down.
What I like about that move by Rodman, he moved his feet, he got there, and then he put his chest right into...
He works hard. And here are their wonderful fans enjoying it in the big arena.
Back in Detroit, the fans watched on TV as their Pistons captured the title on the road. In the finals, Hakeem would face yet another legendary big man, the young, up-and-coming Shaquille O'Neal. In Game 1, Hakeem tipped in the game-winning shot. From there on, it was all Houston.
I've never seen anyone not be outpowered by Shaq but him.
The Rockets dominated the Magic, sweeping them in 4 games.
Get them going one way, come back in the other, and get right in the air. Virtually impossible to defend there.
Hakeem became the only player in history to win back-to-back championships as the lone all-star on his team.
Elijah improvising once again.
Hakeem played until 2001, but his most memorable moments came in the playoffs.
The Houston Rockets have won their second consecutive NBA championship. They have swept the Orlando Magic.
1990. Rodman pestered the Trailblazers, drawing fouls and stopping their momentum.
Fighting for his own rebound, and he'll be called for the loose ball foul over Dennis Rodman.
At this point, he was now acknowledged as the best defensive player in the league.
But he's against the #1 defensive player in the league. Appreciate the physical contact. Once that shot goes up, Rodman knows he must keep Kersey on.
And the game's over, and the Pistons have won the World Championship.
The series lasted just 5 games. And now, the Pistons were back-to-back champions.
They are going wild in the Palace.
In just 4 seasons, Dennis Rodman had become the best defensive player in the league, the best rebounder in the league, an all-star, a 2-time champion, and a defensive player of the year.
For 3 memorable years, red and black were the colors of royalty in the NBA. But that dynasty is now history. Soon, a new champion will reign. This symbol of supremacy rides on the outcome. The 2 teams intent on seizing the prize have different styles and personnel, but they share something essential.
Michael Jordan has retired, so for Barkley, for Ewing, for Hakeem, for all these guys, hey, this should be our chance.
Against the New York Knicks and their dominant big man, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem would solidify himself as the best in the game.
The same sense. So Horry is through for the game. Ewing rejected by Elijah Watt.
He holds Patrick Ewing, an all-time great center, to 19 points per game.
The Knicks did everything they could to slow the dream. Roughing him up, contacting him constantly.
John Starks has seemingly an open three to win the title.
7 or 6 seconds to go. Rockets lead by 2, and here is Starks.
And Hakeem go gadgets it and blocks it.
And the Rockets win! The ball was tipped. It was partially blocked. Man, Elijah Wan, Joe. Elijah Wan with the big.
The first full day of summer. The Houston Rockets and New York Knicks will determine this basketball season's NBA champion.
He averages for the finals 27 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. And they end up winning the title in Game 7.
5:20 to go. This opening quarter. Elijah Wan. Yes, and it counts.
The Rockets had captured the title.
And back comes Kenny Smith. The Houston Rockets are the 1993-94 NBA champions.
Hakeem the Dream was now a world champion.
That compliments him, but not a perfect team. He carries this team. Rarely do players carry teams to wins, much less championships.
You're not going to avoid the magic Michael face.
And we got out on him about 12-2, and I said, I'm gonna really rattle his chain. So I went over there, tapped him on the shoulder, and said, hey man, if you don't turn into Air Jordan, we're gonna blow you out today. Jimmy, his eyes got big. Usually that tongue come about right here, now it's way out. He's looking at me.
Stripped by Jordan. There's Jordan. Jordan scored the 46. That was the one loss in the series. Jordan again. He has 20.
Michael has a streak in him competitively that I've never seen in anyone before.
I think Michael Jordan had the perfect body. It's long, it's lean, he can run, he can jump. Everything was perfect.
The look away to Livingston. Jordan.
Michael Jordan in 1991 came down on us with the right hand, tongue out. He switched in midair to the left.
A spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive.
And I was just stunned, and all of us were stunned to see him hang in the air that night.
And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship.
Incredible. There'll never be.
The moral is you should not talk trash to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
The great Michael Jordan.
We all know that Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever.
He was again voted league MVP, his third, and now back-to-back.
Portland and Chicago. It was almost inevitable. For the Bulls, there are great expectations of a different kind. This team has its championship. Now it seeks its place in history.
All right, Mike, this is a series that features 2 of the NBA's premier players, Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler.
2 superstars, the Jordan-Drexler matchup.
Michael never played with a player that would get double teamed. So you had to carry that offensive load for not just a season, an entire career, and then on the other end be first team all defensive play. There's no one going to ever be like that, these super teams. Nobody will ever have that burden put on them. Michael Jordan is the best combination of basketball player and athlete that I've ever seen.
Superstars love this situation. It's built up to be Jordan versus Drexler. Michael Jordan saying, okay, come on, you're in my building.
Jordan with the steal. Commenting about the comparisons with Clyde Drexler, someone said, how about three-point shooting? Jordan made the point, well, I have not chosen to shoot three-point shots. As if to say, what if I wanted to go that route? Well, he has chosen to look for the three here in the first quarter. It's unusual to see Michael bombing away. That's his third three-point attempt.
Jordan made only 27 the entire regular season.
Jordan for three. Well, Michael has gone to a new weapon. That's his fourth three-point field goal.
And the aura of being Michael Jordan.
That is an NBA Finals record. 5 three-pointers in a half. Drexler for three, air ball.
The greatest competitor, the scariest competitor I've ever watched in any sport.
You see that look? Michael indicating he can't believe it. The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the second straight season.
Considering the relative youth of their nucleus, they could be in position to extend towards a dynasty.
And there was an otherworldly aspect to Michael Jordan, that he did things that nobody else could do.
Homicidally competitive. Like really, like almost you could say he had a problem. He was so competitive. His entire life just revolved around beating other people. That's how he measured himself. That's how he measured everyone he played with.
In the finals, Jordan did as he always did and made sure to leave a lasting memory for all the spectators.
Yes! There is a 7-second disparity between the shot clock and the game. Yes!
It would have been better for Charles to foul him all the way than halfway foul him.
And the Chicago Bulls have climbed the Mount Olympus of the NBA.
Chicago Bulls for 3 straight NBA championships.
We've gone through a lot. Me personally, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, but to cap it off this way means a lot to me. Believe me.
I hate to make you look ahead, but you've talked about retirement in a year or two. Could you step aside if the streak is still intact?
No. Yo, my love is strong for this game right now, and that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm going to be here as long as my love is strong.
Last night, we began the show with the disappearance of Michael Jordan's father. Tonight, the worst fears have come true. James Jordan was found dead, victim of an apparent murder.
What is still unclear and will be for some time is what effect this tragedy will have on Michael Jordan and his future with the Chicago Bulls.
In a matter of moments, Michael Jordan is expected to officially announce his retirement.
A very bittersweet day. There's a certain sadness because the greatest athlete to ever play a team sport is leaving the game. I can only imagine what it was like seeing Babe Ruth, because I think this man, I used to say, was the Babe Ruth of basketball. I've now come to believe that Babe Ruth was the Michael Jordan of baseball.
Nobody brings it home like Joe Vincent. Nobody.
Make it so.